So many people sit and dream of the life they want, but very few are willing to put in the work that dream demands. There's a huge difference between wishing for success and working for it. Wishing is comfortable, it feels safe, it gives you a sweet picture of what life could look like. But wishes alone don't change anything. Life is not moved by daydreams, it is moved by effort. It is not impressed by how badly you want something, but by how much you're willing to do for it, how much you're willing to sacrifice, and how far you're willing to go when things get uncomfortable. Every great achievement in history was born out of effort, not a wish. People who changed their lives, who built legacies, who created futures beyond imagination, didn't just sit around hoping that one day things would magically fall into place. They woke up early, they stayed late, they practiced when nobody was watching, they failed countless times, they were laughed at, doubted, and underestimated, but they kept putting in effort. They understood that the universe respects sweat, consistency, and persistence more than anything else. You don't climb mountains with wishes, you climb them with steps. You don't build empires with imagination alone, you build them with discipline and action repeated over and over again. Too many people believe that desire is enough, that wanting something really badly will somehow call it into their lives. Wanting is only the first spark, but effort is the fuel that keeps the fire alive. If you want to be stronger, you cannot just wish for muscles. You must go to the gym, lift the weight, feel the burn, and stay disciplined even when results come slowly. If you want success in your career, you cannot just hope for promotions. You must show up every day, give more than what is asked, learn new skills, and prove through action that you deserve more. If you want love and respect, you cannot just wish for the perfect relationship. You must show patience, kindness, communication, and commitment consistently. Life responds to effort, not wishes. Effort has a power that wishes will never have. Effort creates momentum. When you keep showing up and giving your best, doors begin to open, people begin to notice, opportunities begin to flow your way. But when you just sit with wishes, nothing moves, nothing changes, nothing shifts. Wishes leave you stuck in the same place, living in someday, while effort pushes you into action today. The truth is simple. What you want and what you deserve are not the same thing. You deserve only what you are willing to work for. You deserve only what your actions align with. If you want something extraordinary, your effort must also be extraordinary. Think of it like planting a seed. You can sit all day wishing for a tree, imagining the shade, the fruit, and the beauty it will bring. But unless you dig the soil, plant the seed, water it, and protect it, nothing will ever grow. Life works exactly the same way. Wishes are like seeds, but effort is the act of planting, watering, and nurturing. Without effort, the seed dies before it even touches the soil. Without effort, dreams remain just pictures in your head, illusions that never become real. But with effort, even the smallest wish can grow into something greater than you imagined. Effort also has a compounding effect. The more you give, the more it builds. Small actions repeated every day create massive change over time. A single workout won't change your body, but 1,000 will. One study session won't make you a master, but years of learning will. One act of kindness won't define your character, but living with consistent kindness will shape your entire reputation. The world doesn't give rewards to those who occasionally try, it gives them to those who keep showing up relentlessly. Effort is the ultimate equalizer. You may not be the smartest, the fastest, or the most talented, but if you are the hardest worker, life has no choice but to give you results. The problem is, most people give up too early. They think effort should bring instant rewards. They go to the gym for a week and see no change, so they quit. They work on a dream for a few months, face rejection, and assume it isn't meant for them. They try once, twice, maybe 3 times, and then stop. But effort is not about quick wins. It's about proving over and over again that you are serious, that you will not stop until you succeed. Life does not test you once, it tests you constantly. It wants to see if you truly mean it, and the people who keep going despite the silence, despite the delay, despite the pain, are the ones who eventually break through. Effort also teaches you things wishes never will. When you put in work, you discover your strengths, your weaknesses, your limits, and your resilience. You learn discipline, patience, and perseverance. You grow into someone who is capable of handling the success you're chasing. Wishes are passive, they don't change you, but effort transforms you. Every time you push yourself a little harder, every time you go beyond your comfort zone, You are not just moving closer to your goal, you are becoming stronger, wiser, and more prepared. That's why life rewards effort, not only because it proves your seriousness, but because effort shapes you into the kind of person who can handle the rewards you seek. Imagine two people standing in front of the same mountain. One wishes they could be at the top. The other begins to climb. The one who wishes will keep imagining the view, the glory, the pride, but they will stay at the bottom forever. The one who climbs will face exhaustion, pain, and fear, but step by step, they will rise, and eventually they will stand at the peak, seeing with their own eyes what the other only dreamed about. That is the difference between wishing and effort. One leaves you empty, the other fills you with achievement, and let's be honest, effort is not glamorous. It is often boring, repetitive, and unseen. People won't clap for you while you're studying late into the night, training when nobody's watching, or grinding day after day with no recognition. But effort doesn't need applause. The results it brings will be the loudest proof of your dedication. Success is always loud, but effort is always quiet. The work you do in the dark shines in the light later. Life rewards effort because effort creates undeniable proof of desire. Anyone can say, I want to be successful. Anyone can say, I want to be happy. But when you show up every day and back your words with consistent action, you are telling life, I am ready, I am serious, I am worthy. And life always answers people like that. It might take time, but eventually, life bends in favor of those who refuse to quit. There's a saying that you cannot cheat the grind, you cannot skip steps, you cannot fake effort, and you cannot pretend to work and expect results. Life knows the truth. If you've put in the effort, you will see the outcome. If you haven't, you won't. It's that simple. That's why there are no shortcuts to greatness. Shortcuts may give temporary success, but they never last, because only real effort builds a foundation strong enough to sustain long-term success. When you look at the most successful people in the world, you may see their fame, wealth, or accomplishments, but what you don't see are the thousands of hours they spent failing, learning, and growing. You don't see the sacrifices they made, the nights they stayed awake, the mornings they woke up before dawn, the times they wanted to quit but didn't. All of that effort is hidden behind the curtain, but it is the reason they are where they are. Life rewarded them not because of their wishes, but because of their relentless effort. And that is the truth you must carry in your heart. Effort is the currency of life. It is the only price you can pay to get the rewards you want. Nothing else works. Neither luck, nor connections, nor talent alone. Effort is what turns potential into achievement. It is what bridges the gap between dreams and reality. It is what separates the people who live in what could have been from the people who live in what is. So stop waiting for the right moment. Stop wishing that things will magically fall into place, and start putting in the effort right where you are, with what you have. Your effort may not pay off immediately, but it will pay off eventually. Every drop of sweat, every sleepless night, every hard decision, every act of discipline is being counted. Life is watching, and when it's time, it will reward you with everything you've earned. When life knocks you down, the first instinct is often to ask, why me? The pain, the failure, the rejection, the disappointment, it feels unfair. It feels like punishment. But what so many people fail to realize is that setbacks are not meant to destroy you. They are designed to shape you. They are not life's way of closing doors on you forever. They are life's way of preparing you for the doors you are not yet ready to walk through. Every setback carries within it a lesson, a test, and an opportunity for growth. The difference between those who rise and those who stay down is not the presence of setbacks, but how they choose to interpret and respond to them. Life does not hand out greatness easily. It tests you first. It pushes you, breaks you, challenges you, and strips away your comfort zone. It is in those moments of struggle that you are being trained for something bigger. Think about it. When you lift weights, your muscles don't grow because of comfort. They grow because of resistance. It is the strain, the tearing, the effort under pressure that makes them stronger. Setbacks are the resistance of life, and just like muscles, your spirit, your resilience, and your character grow only when they are challenged. Without resistance, there is no strength. Without setbacks, there is no preparation. Many people confuse setbacks with final endings. They think that one failure defines them, that one rejection means they are not good enough, that one mistake means their future is ruined. But that is never true. A setback is just a pause, not a period. It is a redirection, not destruction. It is life's way of saying, you are not ready yet, keep growing. The greatest stories of victory are always written after chapters of failure. Every successful person you admire has been knocked down, rejected, doubted, and dismissed, but they didn't stop there. They took the setback, studied it, learned from it, and came back stronger. They understood that setbacks were not punishments, but training grounds. When you face rejection, instead of seeing it as the world's way of saying you are unworthy, see it as life's way of building patience and resilience in you. When you fail at something you worked hard for, instead of seeing it as wasted time, see it as life's way of teaching you a new strategy, a new skill, or a new perspective. Every setback forces you to slow down and reflect, to analyze what went wrong, to adjust your approach, and to strengthen your foundation. Without that preparation, you would never be ready for the bigger challenges ahead. Success demands a version of you that is stronger, wiser, and tougher, and setbacks are the process that builds that version. Think of an archer pulling back a bow. The arrow must first be pulled backward before it can shoot forward. The greater the pullback, the farther the arrow will fly. Setbacks are the pullback of life. They are the moments when you feel like everything is dragging you down, holding you back, stopping your progress. But what you don't see is that you are being positioned, stretched, and strengthened, so that when the release comes, you will soar farther than you ever thought possible. Without the pullback, there is no powerful release. Without the setback, there is no breakthrough. The truth is, setbacks also reveal who you truly are. When everything is going smoothly, it is easy to smile, to be confident, to believe in yourself. But when things collapse, when you lose, when you fail, that's when your real strength is tested. Do you quit, or do you rise again? Do you allow disappointment to define you, or do you let it refine you? The people who go far in life are not the ones who never fall, but the ones who fall, learn, and get up every single time. They treat every setback as a stepping stone, every failure as feedback, every rejection as redirection. Sometimes the reason for a setback is not obvious in the moment. It feels like everything you worked for has been wasted, like the effort, the sacrifices, and the dedication meant nothing. But years later, when you look back, you realize that setback was the turning point. That job you didn't get pushed you toward a better opportunity. That relationship that ended freed you to find someone more aligned with your heart. That failure forced you to discover a new path that led to something greater than what you were originally chasing. In the middle of pain, you cannot see the purpose, but time always reveals that setbacks were never punishments. They were preparations. And let's be honest, growth hurts. No one likes failure. No one enjoys rejection. No one welcomes disappointment. But the pain you feel in setbacks is the pain of transformation. Just like a seed must break open to grow into a tree, you too must break through old versions of yourself to grow into who you are meant to be. That breaking feels like loss, but it is actually gain. The struggle you face now is shaping your endurance for tomorrow. The disappointment you feel now is deepening your gratitude for future success. The rejection you experience now is refining your hunger, sharpening your focus, and teaching you to fight harder. It's easy to look at others who have achieved greatness and assume they had a smooth journey, but behind every triumph is a story of setbacks. The athlete who wins gold medals has endured countless injuries, losses, and failures before reaching that podium. The entrepreneur who builds an empire has faced bankruptcy, rejection, and sleepless nights before achieving success. The artist who inspires millions has faced criticism, doubt, and years of being overlooked before finally being recognized. Their setbacks were not punishments, they were training. Without those experiences, they would never have developed the strength, wisdom, and resilience needed to sustain their victories. Another truth about setbacks is that they humble you. Success without struggle often breeds arrogance, but when you have been through storms, you carry your victories with gratitude, not pride. Setbacks remind you that nothing is guaranteed, that you must always keep working, always keep learning, always stay grounded. They give you empathy for others because you know how it feels to be broken, to be doubted, to be underestimated. That humility becomes one of your greatest strengths, allowing you to lead with compassion, inspire with authenticity, and connect with others on a deeper level. Setbacks also teach you patience. In a world that demands instant gratification, setbacks remind you that good things take time, growth takes time, success takes time, dreams take time. If everything came easily, you would never learn to appreciate it. It is the struggle, the waiting, the enduring, that makes success taste so much sweeter when it finally arrives. Patience built in setbacks becomes the anchor that holds you steady during future storms. And perhaps the most powerful gift of setbacks is resilience. Resilience is not built in comfort, it is forged in hardship. It is born from the times you thought you couldn't go on, but you did anyway. It is born from the nights you cried yourself to sleep, but woke up and kept moving. It is born from the failures that should have broken you, but instead made you stronger. Resilience is the greatest armor you can wear in life, because once you have it, no setback can ever truly defeat you again. So the next time you face a setback, shift your perspective. Instead of saying, "This is the end," tell yourself, "This is the preparation." Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What is this trying to teach me?" Instead of seeing pain as punishment, see it as growth. Every setback is a message, every struggle is a lesson, every disappointment is a stepping stone. Life is not working against you. It is working for you, even when it feels harsh, even when it feels unfair. Setbacks are the universe's way of sharpening you, molding you, and building the strength you will need for the success that's waiting ahead. If you quit, you miss the lesson. If you stop, you miss the preparation. But if you endure, if you keep going, if you trust that this moment is shaping you for something greater, then when the breakthrough finally comes, you will understand that it was all worth it. The tears, the failures, the heartbreak, the rejection, all of it was preparation for the life you were destined to live. In life, nothing comes to you by accident. Nothing is handed to you simply because you want it, or because you feel you deserve it. What you receive in this world is a reflection of what you have earned through your thoughts, your choices, your habits, and your actions. You may desire success, happiness, respect, or recognition, but life does not respond to desires alone. It responds to effort, discipline, consistency, and sacrifice. You always receive what you've earned, not what you simply asked for. Every single day, life measures what you put in. It sees the hours you dedicate, the energy you invest, the sacrifices you make, and the determination you show. It sees whether you give your best or settle for less, whether you show up consistently or only when it's convenient, whether you take responsibility or make excuses. The results you receive are not random, they are a mirror of the work you have done. If you want more, you must give more. If you want better, you must become better. If you want greater rewards, you must elevate your actions. Life never cheats anyone. It pays everyone according to what they've earned. Think about the farmer who wants a harvest. He cannot simply wish for crops to grow. He must wake up early, prepare the soil, plant the seeds, water them daily, protect them from storms, and wait patiently for the right season. When the harvest finally comes, it is not a gift. It is the direct result of his effort. In the same way, what you harvest in life is the result of the seeds you plant through your daily habits, the discipline you practice, and the perseverance you show. The fruits you enjoy are earned through the labor you invest, and if you fail to put in the work, the harvest will never come. Many people confuse entitlement with worthiness. They believe they deserve success simply because they want it, or because they've suffered, or because they've waited long enough, but life does not work that way. Suffering alone does not earn you success. Waiting alone does not earn you success. Desire alone does not earn you success. What earns you success is action, consistent, determined, and relentless action in the direction of your goals. You may be the most talented person in the room, but if you don't put in the work, your talent remains unused. You may have the biggest dream, but if you don't chase it with discipline, it will stay only a dream. You may feel you deserve better, but unless you earn it, life will not hand it to you. The beauty of this truth is that it puts the power in your hands. You are not a victim of chance. You are not dependent on luck. You are not at the mercy of other people's decisions. What you receive depends on what you are willing to earn. If you choose discipline over excuses, consistency over laziness, and perseverance over quitting, you will inevitably earn the rewards you seek. It may not come today, it may not come tomorrow, but it will come because life cannot ignore effort forever. It may delay, but it never denies. You see, every action you take is like a deposit into the bank of life. Every hour of practice, every moment of study, every act of kindness, every ounce of discipline, it all adds up. Over time, your account grows, and when the time is right, life allows you to withdraw exactly what you've put in. If you've been depositing hard work, you will withdraw success. If you've been depositing discipline, you will withdraw respect. If you've been depositing perseverance, you will withdraw achievement. But if you've been depositing excuses, laziness, and inconsistency, do not expect to withdraw greatness. Life is fair in this way. It gives you only what you have earned. This truth can be uncomfortable because it means taking full responsibility for where you are right now. If your life is not where you want it to be, it is not because life has been unfair to you, but because there is more for you to earn. It is a call to step up, to give more, to try harder, to push further. The moment you accept that you always receive what you've earned, you stop blaming circumstances, stop pointing fingers, and start taking control of your destiny. You stop asking, "Why don't I have what I deserve?" and start asking, "What more can I do to earn it?" That shift in mindset changes everything because it puts you back in the driver's seat of your own life. What you receive also depends on the standard you set for yourself. If you put in half-hearted effort, you will receive half-hearted results. If you give the bare minimum, you will get the bare minimum. But if you demand excellence from yourself, if you hold yourself to a higher standard, if you refuse to settle, life will eventually reward you with excellence. The world respects those who respect their own potential enough to give it everything they have. Your results will always rise to the level of your effort, never higher. Consider the student who wants top grades. They may complain that life is unfair when others succeed, but the truth is simple. Those who study with discipline, who review daily, who seek help when they don't understand, who give consistent effort, will always earn better results. The athlete who trains when nobody's watching, who sacrifices comfort, who endures pain, will always earn victory on the field. The professional who constantly improves their skills, who takes initiative, who goes beyond expectations, will always earn recognition and growth. It is not favoritism, it is not chance. It is the law of effort and reward. Even in relationships, you receive what you've earned. If you give respect, loyalty, and love, you will attract relationships that reflect the same. If you give dishonesty, neglect, and selfishness, you will attract relationships filled with pain and disappointment. Life mirrors back to you what you give. The energy you put out is the energy you get in return. If you want deeper connections, you must earn them by being trustworthy, caring, and supportive. If you want stronger bonds, you must earn them by being consistent, loyal, and reliable. Love, just like success, must be earned through effort and action. One of the greatest mistakes people make is expecting results without effort. They want the reward without the sacrifice, the recognition without the work, the harvest without the planting. But that is not how life works. You cannot cheat your way to lasting success. You cannot skip the struggle and expect the same rewards as those who endured it. Life does not honor shortcuts, it honors commitment. The people who seem to have overnight success are usually the ones who spent years in the shadows earning it, and when their moment finally came, it looked sudden to the world, but it was never sudden, it was earned. Another powerful truth is that you are always earning something, even when you don't realize it. When you choose laziness, you are earning regret. When you choose excuses, you are earning missed opportunities. When you choose procrastination, you are earning stress and failure. Just as discipline earns respect and success, poor habits earn disappointment and mediocrity. Every choice has a price, and you will always receive the result of that price. That's why you must be mindful of what you're earning every single day through your actions. The most empowering part of this principle is that it guarantees fairness in the long run. Life may seem unfair in moments. You may see people succeeding who don't deserve it, or people failing despite their effort. But eventually, everything balances out. Those who cut corners may rise fast, but they fall just as fast because they didn't earn the foundation to sustain success. Those who work hard may take longer to rise, but when they do, they stay because their success is built on something real. The law of earning ensures that in the end, everyone gets exactly what they've put in. This is why patience is so important. You may not receive the reward immediately. You may work for months, years, even decades before the full reward comes. But do not mistake delay for denial. Life is not ignoring your effort. It is preparing the right season for your reward. Just as a farmer must wait months after planting before he sees the harvest, you too must wait. The seeds of your hard work are growing beneath the surface, even when you can't see them. Trust the process, keep giving, keep earning, and eventually, the results will appear. The principle of earning also applies to your character. You cannot demand respect if you have not earned it through your integrity, your values, and your actions. You cannot demand trust if you have not proven yourself reliable and honest. You cannot demand leadership if you have not earned it by serving others and leading by example. Titles and positions may be given, but true respect and influence are always earned. and once earned, they cannot be taken away because they are built on a foundation of authenticity. The truth that you always receive what you've earned is not meant to discourage you. It is meant to empower you. It means your future is in your hands. It means you are not defined by where you started, by what you lacked, or by the obstacles in your path. It means you have the power to change your life through the effort you give today. It means that no matter how far you've fallen, you can rise again by earning your way back step by step. It means that success, happiness, respect, and fulfillment are not reserved for a lucky few. They are available to anyone willing to earn them. So when you wake up tomorrow, remind yourself that every action is a choice to earn something. Every decision, every habit, every moment of discipline is an investment in your future. You may not see the results immediately, but trust that life is keeping track. Trust that every bit of effort is being counted. Trust that when the time is right, you will receive everything you have truly earned.